What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Humble Ventures Podcast. This is your host, Gerren Jones, and this is my wife, Bridget Jones. So, we had a pretty good weekend. You had a 3-day weekend. You was off Friday. Went to a retirement. Had some food at the retirement.
It's a great retirement, though.
It was a great retirement. He was a warrant officer that used to work right across the hall from me. So we used to see each other all the time. And then you've met him coming up there. Super cool. Just one day I got an email being invited to it. So that was pretty cool. Went to see that. Then we had some barbecue afterwards. And then came back to the house and just relaxed a little bit. It was pretty good weekend, I'd say.
And considering it's Sunday of Holy Week, Jesus is risen, so Resurrection Day, so that makes it even better.
Even better. And then the 40-40 challenge ended yesterday. So we finished that.
Yay.
Got my shirt on. Bridget has
Got my
her
shirt
on. Yeah. We got a medal. Here's the medal. We will post this on social media. And then there's the back. Yep, so that was cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I finished with like 60 miles,
60,
something like that.
Yeah.
Yep. Yours was 45 miles.
Yes. I believe so.
Yep. Mine was only that much different because I was walking 30 minutes. So like when I first started out, I would just walk just for 30 minutes. I wasn't like just trying to hit a mile. And then Bridget had to take it easy. She was on
convalescent leave for most of it. So I don't know if we talked about it in the March video, but yeah, I just had back-to-back surgeries, and one of those was February 9th. So when we started the challenge, I was only 2 weeks from surgery. So yeah, I had to take it a little bit easy, but I finished strong.
Absolutely.
For 2 weeks, did 2 miles.
Because I was even saying, like, before all of it started, it's like, babe, you sure you're going to be able to do it? But she knocked it out of the park. So it's fantastic.
Glory be to God.
Only. Next, I'm going to change it up a little bit. I've been doing weights for so many years. I've been doing free weights. Here lately, I've been doing just mainly dumbbells, the Bowflex dumbbells. I'm going to switch to kettlebells. I'm going to try kettlebell training. We're going to see how that goes.
You've done a lot of research, as you always do. So there's so many other benefits that I think that you, as you explained to me, you don't get simultaneously with the other weights, but the kettlebell is usually engaging your core.
I wanted to pull up some benefits of kettlebell training. And like right here, strengthening your core. You have to use your core when you're using the kettlebells anyway. Because, you got that one single bell and then you're off balance, to do everything. So this is just some of the 12 benefits I wanted to share about it. Strengthening your core, improving your grip strength, holding that big old cannon, activates full body, aids posture, increased stability, boosts functional strength, supports mobility and flexibility, increased training versatility. It stimulates muscle growth, of course. It enhances your cardiovascular endurance, supports your joints and health, and of course, it burns fat because you're moving, because you're keeping everything going. And I've only done just a little bit of it, like just mess around, not nothing as serious. Like we did it together in Virginia before we went to Alaska.
I was going to say, I think it was part of one of those circuits, but you did it more than me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got like the adjustable one. So it goes 5, 10, 15, and up to 20. So I'm going to start with that before I purchase anything else. We already have that. We're just going to go with that and use it. And I also have this attachment that I can put on the Bowflex dumbbells that'll turn it into a kettlebell. So we'll just see how it goes. But that's all I'm going to do until my birthday.
Which is in July.
In July, yes. So it's not too far, but we're just going to see. I'm at 254, got on the scale this morning, 254, and that's from 307. But for the past few months, It's been like I'm in that plateau. I haven't been able to break 250. I haven't went back above 260, but I've fluctuated between. I think I got down 253 one time, then back up to 258, 256, 255, just constantly. We're gonna break it this time. Yeah.
Yes, you are.
I got 9 more pounds. My goal weight is 245. I have a feeling I'm going to surpass it though by my 50th birthday.
Like we were talking yesterday, I think so too.
Mm-hmm. And then we're going to incorporate walking after our meals, like we did yesterday, because we took the dog for a walk after we ate. But we're going to try to keep that going. We don't have the, and I hate to really call it pressure, but I felt there was pressure because we were doing a challenge to walk a mile every day.
Positive pressure. Positive.
Yes, positive pressure. But we don't have that box to check anymore. So it's just discipline to keep going. And for those 40 days, I'd say we've created a habit, because there was a day I didn't want to go, but Bridget goes, let's do this. There was a day she didn't want to go. And I'm like, well, I'm going to go. And of course she's like, well, I'm going with you. So we encourage each other and keep it going, you know.
And that was the other thing that we had talked about yesterday when we were just talking about what we wanted to have for podcast today. And I think it's really important, whether you're a husband, wife, best friends, workout buddies, whatever, we support each other. And then in that, we motivate each other. The other part of it, though I was diagnosed with cancer, though it was removed, all of my healthcare team was like, Bridge, it's really important not that you lose more weight. Of course, that's a given. Not that, I'm exceeding over 225, but my BMI is still high for my size. But more importantly, because just moving helps to try to keep your body healthy, constantly fighting off other cancer cells that may be trying to attack or, make their way in. So almost all of my physician team has said, keep moving, keep motivated, do at least, 30-minute walk a day at least. So the 40-40 challenge was right on the money to get us started and to keep me motivated outside of days when you weren't here, what have you. But just having you here and then just moving forward to continually push so we don't get back into the old habits of just, not walking or not doing anything.
And even we enjoy sitting together just on a cool down, just relaxing, having some water or something, or I'm having a protein shake. She's having some tea. And we got to tell them about the gem that we found. So I was considering moving from Spotify to YouTube Music.
Oh, that gem.
Well, there's a migration that they were doing, whereas you can take the playlist that you have saved from Spotify and just move it over to YouTube seamlessly. So as it pulled up all the playlists, and I'm going through and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to take that one. Well, I came across this one and I was just like, I got to show Bridget this. If you remember the commercials from way back when, the soul ballads, the soul classics.
What would you say, mid 80s to mid 90s?
So the description says from the 60s to the 90s.
I meant when the commercials played.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yes.
Mid 80s to mid 90s. Time
yep,
life.
It was like a 4 CD set or something like that. Yeah. So we were jamming out this morning, listening to some old school music a little bit after church, relaxing. So that was great.
I love new music. I love all kinds of music. Probably the only thing is not my favorite all the time is bluegrass, and some of my family is from Kentucky, but the classics, old school, when our parents were, or when we were younger and listened to our parents play music or whatever.
Yes.
It's great. Brings back a lot of memories. So
I can remember like when we first met shortly thereafter, We were talking music one day, and you were saying Otis Redding is your favorite artist of all time. I'm like, huh? I don't know. I just wasn't expecting that, you know?
Right.
So we love the old school music. She listens to it more than I do. But we have a major pivot that's about to happen in our household. We've talked about it before in other past podcasts, how I go into the rabbit hole sometimes. Well, I came across UGC, user generated content. And of course, I was like, "What is that?" Because they say you can do this from home, you can make money from home, just making videos you already create. Why not get paid for it?
Right.
So of course, you know me, I'm pretty inquisitive about some things. So I went looking it up. Let's see what this is. And essentially, in a nutshell, instead of a major company paying a whole studio setup, lights, expensive cameras, and everything to advertise this product, I create a video about this product and they pay me for it, and then they use it in their social media ads. So that's essentially what it is, but oh my goodness, there's levels to it. There are levels. I let Bridget hear one of the videos yesterday.
Yes, and like we'll just say there was 8 points on it. By the time we got down to like point, we'll say 6 into 7, and definitely into 8, collaborating with brands, I was like, babe, after that person said those first 3 letters, I was like, what? Why is there so much work to it?
Right.
But I will say this, you are very creative as far as always looking to see what's the newest and latest and greatest thing. And I think that helps to your being the mentor and the person that you want to help help the next person. You want to experience it for yourself. You don't want to just say, well, here's what you should do. You want to be able to say, which I think is brilliant, I've done it, I've tried it. Regardless of what happens or how it ends up, I think that is fantastic as you are trying to mentor somebody else and you're trying to be that supportive figure in your business as that mentor. I think that is fantastic. And, if it works out the way you're that we're hoping, or I was
Mm-hmm.
going to say in the path that you want to try to take it, I think that's even more fantastic.
For sure. It just sounds, it's almost one of those sound too good to be true, but it's not going to cost us that much to get started because we already got so much stuff.
Right.
It's almost like I've been preparing for this moment, for this time. But just a quick little overview. So I told you what a UGC creator is. But essentially this is just a kind of a brief overview right here. Finding your niche. I'm a tech person. You can do tech videos. There's hair and makeup. There's face videos. There's travel. There's so many different niches that you can get into. And of course, you don't have to be locked into one. You can try different ones, but I'm gonna go into this open minded. Just see what I like. And then of course, understanding your audience, because I'm gonna say me. I'm not gonna throw you in here just yet, but because I'm over 40, my audience is already more narrow anyway.
Mm.
Like the one video I let you listen to, the guy was saying companies that's going to talk about things for people that are aging, joint health and things like that, they don't want a 20 or a 30-year-old doing it. They want I'm about to be a 50-year-old and a 60-year-old to do it. So there's still a market even as you get older. So it's almost as if, as long as you feel like making content, you'll always be employed if you do this.
Exactly. And the other thing that I would love to mention, because we talked about it yesterday, 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds don't have money, but the 50, 60, 70-year-olds do. And because everybody is trying to live smarter, live longer, be healthier, there is more people out there in that age group that are looking for people that look like them so that they can get good products and they're willing to put the money. I mean, my mom is, what is she, 74, about to be 75? How many times have we been at the house and there's like 15 to 16 Amazon boxes at the door or Temu boxes at the door?
Right. So we're going to share this journey on this UGC thing, because I think this can be huge. As we've told you before, we're not gatekeepers. I'm going to tell you exactly what I did and show you how I did it. And I'm going to show you some numbers. I ain't going to go and tell you everything, but I'm going to show you some numbers, just tell you the possibilities, and that, it could actually happen. So that was one of the, I shouldn't say one of, but the main takeaway is sometimes just take that chance. Like, you never know unless you try. In this example, we're just like, nah, we're not going to try that. We'll leave that up to them. We'd have never known. Let's say that we do it and this thing pops off and it's like, this is amazing. Bridge, we're going to get you doing it too. I'm going to set you all up, and this is what we're going to do. You're retiring from your 9 to 5. That's the goal. And be along with us on this journey. Subscribe to the channel, because we're going to share it. And
for sure,
there's going to be a lot more to come. This is just the beginning for us. We're getting our feet wet, but you're going to see a lot more of us. I'm telling you. But thank you for joining us today. We greatly appreciate it. And like they said up here, you are appreciated. And know that you are special. Take care. We love you. And peace.